I started the business, I initially started it as a blog. So I was posting about what I thought people wanted to know. Jodiane Rowe, founder of the Event Certificate, and I work with event planners and wedding planners to help them up-level their online marketing. If you're struggling with finding clients online, look no further and just reach out to me. I'm dropping all my information below where you can connect with me. So today what I want to talk about is one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my business and how you can actually learn from that. And here's the thing, when we're starting out as new business owners, sometimes we don't know which direction to go in. You're often being told by everyone what you need to do, and there might be kind of a checklist of items that you know you should do. And when we put those all together, you can start to feel very overwhelmed. At least I know I did. Like when I started my business, I was also working full time and trying to balance all of that together. So I made a lot of mistakes. Now, keep in mind, I've started so many different side business over the years that I learned from a lot of those mistakes, but the biggest one was when I started the event certificate. So my biggest mistake was actually not marketing my business when I first started. So here's the thing, when I started the business, I initially started it as a blog. So I was posting about what I thought people wanted to know because I was receiving so many questions from people who were just asking, how did you become an event planner? What were you doing here? Right? So I thought that's what they needed. They needed information about how to actually do event planning. So that's what I did. So I started as a blog and I started going, but I wasn't promoting and marketing it. Now from that, I started getting even more questions. So people were asking, that's great, thank you for this information. I didn't find it super helpful, but how do you run a business? How do you do all these other things that you do? So the first thing I did was I jumped in and I just created a very quick course, kind of an intro to event, like managing an event planning business. I put it on the Udemy platform, and from there I thought I was done. But here's the other thing. I got a ton of students into the course, which was great. However, those students wanted to know even more. What they were struggling most of all, I realized very quickly, was the marketing. Because once they went through the course, at the end of it, they were like, well, now how do I market my business? So here I was sitting with so much knowledge that I gained from all these different businesses, but I actually wasn't sharing it with them and I wasn't really implementing it myself in my own business. So if I can caution you on one thing to do well in your business from the beginning, it is marketing. Market your business. Now, here's the thing, there are tons of others, but I think this was my biggest learning mistake. Here's what I've also found. Sometimes when event planners start, they'll be really good at doing the branding, like they'll have the pretty website and everything. And then often I meet them when they're trying to hire me to help them bring in clients. And when I go through all their materials, everything looks good, but they have no lead generation strategies. And that's when I'll usually look at them and say, okay, let's put together a marketing plan and here's how we're going to do it. Here are the areas that we're going to tap and here's how we're actually going to bring those leads in. So if you're not marketing, you're probably not seeing the results of getting clients. So you need to be doing that hand in hand. Now, I have to say, I do meet those clients who are marketing and they're out there pumping out Instagram posts, they're calling people, they're asking for referrals, but then they're not actually getting booked. And those people, when I meet them, it will often be two things. One, their branding needs to be cleaned up completely. They have a website that looks like they created themselves. You can tell that they DIY'd it, and no client would feel confident hiring a planner who can't even invest in a website. Now, the other thing is they might have that piece that's not quite there and they say they're marketing really well, but when I look into their strategies, they're putting in the time and they're putting in the effort, but they're completely missing on the strategy. So again, it comes back to marketing. So if I can urge you to learn from my biggest failure, it's to learn how to market your business and market it well. So before we enter the new year, take the time to review your business, look at what's working, look at what's not working, and how you can implement some new strategies. Now, of course, I do have my wedding marketing accelerator that's currently open. So if you're looking for ways to streamline and learn not just the what you should be doing, but also how to do it, you definitely want to enroll and join us. We kick off in January. We're going to be diving into all the best marketing strategies for wedding planners and wedding designers and how you can actually implement them in your business very quickly. Now, of course, if you have any questions, drop them down below this video and I'll answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.